watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. Topping the list for us tonight, breaking news just into the WATE 6 on your side newsroom. An Amber Alert has just been issued for a missing teen. Take a look at your screen. This is 16-year-old Holly Piper. She was last reported to be in Knoxville on February 18th visiting a friend. Then on the 19th, around 3 a.m., Piper reportedly went to the cookout on Cumberland Avenue. There, it's now believed that Holly may have been coerced against her will to leave with 18-year-old William Dylan Usery. You see his picture. The two then got into his car and left. Police believe they are in the Maryville or Lenoir City area, possibly trying to go to Newton, Mississippi. Now, police add Dylan was involved in a police chase in Oak Ridge in November, resulting in several charges. He is currently out on bond and has a court date on March 2nd for those charges, and is believed that he is actively trying to flee to avoid that date. Now, take a look here for a second. I want to show you the car police are looking for. This is a 1999 white Dodge Caravan with rust spots on the roof, front bumper damage, and a Tennessee license plate. The number BMM 5038. If you have any information, you need to take a moment and call the number on your screen. Now, once again, take a look at the two people that right now they are looking for. Holly Piper, 16, believed to be with 18-year-old Dylan Usery in a 1999 white Dodge Caravan. Again, if you have any information, call TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or call the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. Continuing our coverage on the fire at the Y-12 National Security Center in Oak Ridge. As we've been reporting since this morning, a fire in a building that processes uranium led to some employees being evacuated and a shelter-in-place ordered for others. Officials stressing there is no threat to the public. Now, crews responded to the fire at 9:15 this morning. We're told that fire was in building 9212, which is on the west side of the complex. Officials telling us around 12:30 today that the scene is stable. All employees were accounted for. No injuries were reported. Initial air monitor testing revealed good news. No contaminants were released. Now, because this fire involved uranium, the process of controlling and stabilizing it looks a little different compared to, say, other fires.
Each process is part of that process development. The training and the protocols have specific procedures in place depending on what type of fire is expected. Chemical fires versus maybe combustible type fires and those type of things. So yes, we do have specific fire response procedures for that. Those were what was followed.
Again, the shelter-in-place order has been lifted and the entire facility has returned to normal operations. Our next Big 7 story, it takes us to Cocke County, where a search is continuing at this hour. Cocke County's emergency management agency assisting in a search for a missing North Carolina man. 64-year-old Philip Shelton disappeared Saturday after his family said that he went fishing in his canoe on the French Broad River. As you may know, the French Broad River runs from North Carolina down to East Tennessee and connects to the Tennessee River. Several agencies in North Carolina have been searching for Shelton, but so far there's been no luck in finding him. His canoe, dog, and a backpack, though, were found close to where his family says he usually puts his canoe in the water.
What we're asking for now is to help search, to help look in the river, banks, you know, anywhere possible that he could be between Marshall and Tennessee.
Esway says as his team searches the river, local volunteer fire departments will be searching by land for any signs of Shelton. Of course, we're going to keep you updated as we learn more. Police are continuing to investigate a deadly shooting in North Knoxville. And our next Big 7 story for you tonight. The Knoxville Police Department is investigating that deadly shooting. It happened this morning at a home on West Parkway. Police tell us it all began around 2:30 a.m. They responded to a home in the 1200 block and found a man inside the home who had been shot. Now, he was pronounced dead at the scene. So far, we know the shooting involved 2 roommates, but no charges have been filed at this time. Of course, we will keep you updated. New tonight that a school superintendent tried bringing a firearm to a district building. That's our next Big 7 story for you. According to WKDZ, it happened yesterday at the Board of Education building in McCreary County. McCreary County Superintendent Dr. John Gunn is now charged with unlawful possession of a weapon on school property. We're told the school board had accepted Gunn's resignation the night before the incident. We're still working to learn why Gunn resigned. He was the principal at Hopkinsville High School until the end of this past school year. Next on the 7 for you, we're learning more after a case took years to move through the system. As we reported, the case against Anthony Woods took years to move through the court system. According to the Knox County Sheriff, Woods entered a guilty plea in court. Now, the Halls man was then sentenced to 8 years of supervised probation. Sheriff's office says Woods was originally found guilty and sentenced to 30 years in prison. However, in February of last year, it was revealed that a juror in the case recalled a memory of Woods, leading to the judge now to throw out those guilty findings and granting Woods a new trial. However, rather than go back to trial, Woods entered a plea agreement that was accepted by the judge, resulting in, again, Woods receiving the 8 years of probation. Our final Big 7 story for you is one that we've been telling you about for a little while now. Knoxville City Council has passed a resolution to apply for a grant that, if awarded, would go toward building a pedestrian bridge across the Tennessee River in downtown Knoxville. City Council voting in favor of the resolution in a vote of 7-2. Now, the Federal Department of Grants would contribute $25 million to the project, followed by $6 million by the City of Knoxville and the University of Tennessee. And while many are in favor of the bridge, some are not, saying the money could be used elsewhere in the city. Now, the bridge would connect the UT campus with South Knoxville and open the door for more student housing and businesses to be built on the south side of the river.